not the race, you know.
Yeah.
The people. So go ahead, brother.
The 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed.
Yeah, we're revealing them right now. The white man and spread all this garbage, so-called knowledge throughout the earth, and got America and the rest of the world bugged out, drunk, like the brother was going into earlier about the mother of harlot who make it all the nations drunk with her philosophies, you know, and the philosophies don't work. All it causes is fucking death and destruction and confusion. And really confusion is gonna lead you to death.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? Not having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High is gonna lead you to death. Go ahead, brother.
The scriptures say that in Proverbs. There's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof is death.
Right. Go ahead.
Whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
All right, go ahead. Read it one more time, Mike. Hey,
hey,
that's perfect, man. That backs up 1 Corinthians starting around the 19th, 20th verse real well. Go ahead.
For the mystery of iniquity,
read the 8th verse.
2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed.
That's what's happening right now. Go ahead.
Whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
The spirit of whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. You know, that's talking about the prophets. The Most High mouthpiece is the prophets. Get Hebrews 1:1. Get another scripture on it where it say that the Most High came to you by way of his prophets. If anybody know what that's a scripture on that. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Hosea 12:10.
Bring that out first, bro. Yeah, bring that out.
Hosea 12:10?
Nah, Hebrews 1:1.
Okay, come. This is Hebrews 1:1. The Most High, who at sundry times and divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Read it again.
The Most High, who at sundry times and divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
By the prophets. So the Most High speak by the prophets. No, I don't want you to get that one. Get first, get 2nd Esdras chapter 1 verse 32. That's how the Most High speaks to men on the earth. We read it in Amos 3:7. It says, surely the Most High would do nothing, but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Go ahead, I.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse 32. I sent unto you my servants, the prophets, whom ye have taken and slain, and torn their bodies into pieces, whose blood I will require of your hands, said the Lord.
Right. Read the first part of that, all right? And just stop right to the first part of that verse.
2nd Ezra 1:32. I sent unto you my servants, the prophets.
I sent unto you the servants, my prophets. That's Yahweh speaking. So that's who the Most High speak through. And then you can go ahead, you got the one you had, bring that out.
Yeah. This is Hosea 12:10. I have also spoken by the prophets.
That's it.
And I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
That's it. So the mouthpiece of the Heavenly Father is the prophets. Go ahead, read that one more time, bro.
It's 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So first, the Most High is going to spiritually tear this place down and zap the spirit out of it by sending his prophets out, condemning this place. You know, exposing the so-called white man for who he is, and exposing all his falsehoods that he spreads throughout the earth, destroying them, you know, with the truth. And then ultimately, if we get the missile sign up, the Most High is going to destroy this place with the missiles. You know, that's going to be the end of this, the end of this place. And before the missiles hit, all this, it's going to be chaotic out here. It's going to be famines. It's going to be a war. It's going to be a war, a crazy war, man, like never before, man. It's even going to be, it's going to be chariots all in the skies, man. It's going to be chariots flooded in the skies, man. The whole world is going to see the chariots of Israel.
That's right.
The whole world is going to see bloodshed. It's going to be diseases running rampant, you know. And when all that's going on, everybody going to know that, everybody going to know in the world that who the men of the Lord is, who his prophets are, you know. And they going to know that this is the only truth. And then ultimately, you know, when this place is destroyed, when Babylon the Great is thrown to the ground, so to speak, by way of these missiles, the whole world is going to recognize Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai as the supreme power, you know. And that's what it's about. That's what time is approaching, man. The time, you know, we shouldn't be making, like Nate Satan got a video out about why the black woman shouldn't wear weave. That's his latest video, I believe. And how to make a garment. You know. So, I mean,
yeah, but hold up, his wife teaching. Let your wife teach that man.
Yeah.
I mean, she ain't supposed to be teaching no way, but you ain't gonna stop her from teaching. Why you teaching what the black woman need to do, man, when you should be sealing the elect, man? You full of shit, Nate.
He low on ammo.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He ran out of
His
gas,
oil
man.
burned.
Yeah.
His oil and ran out.
That's right. That's what a woman should be teaching them, not the word weave and how to make garments. That's a service, yeah.
Yeah, even if you study and you can go through the breakdowns to defend the gospel, man, like I said earlier, without the name, you really don't have nothing, man. The name is key. The spirit ain't gonna, that's why they can't get certain understandings in the scriptures, because they don't got the name. And not just IUIC, but other Israelite camps, and then these other people out here that don't even know that they Israelites. These other Jakes out here that don't know that they Israel. You know? What you got?
Now I was gonna say that's another show of how carnal they are, because they all about pushing, trying to keep the law and not equating faith into the factor. Like when we had debated them cats down there, he said the keeping of the commandments is how you come into the truth, and that's bullshit. You first of all, you don't know the commandments, man, coming in. Faith is what bring you into this thing, man.
Yeah, and there's too many accounts of that. What did Yahweh Shai say when people that believed in him, you know, they would ask for certain healings? Like the blind man asked, could he, basically he asked, I want to find out, we ain't got to get the account, but basically he was, the disciples didn't want the blind man bothering the Lord, you know. And finally, when he got to the Lord the said, basically, let him alone, suffer him to speak. He said, you know, what do you want? What do you need? He said, I want my sight, the blind man. And he said, since the blind man believed in Yahweh Shai, he basically granted him his sight. You know, he said, you know, other scriptures that say that, you know, your faith or your belief has made you whole. So it's about, you know, the belief is what counts, or your faith is what counts. Oh, the Israelite foreigners, what they have? They had the faith. They wasn't keeping the laws, but their belief in Yahweh Shai is what basically gave them the hope for salvation. got something? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
That's it. So that's what's gonna. Well, you want to go ahead? You speak on it, brother.
Now basically, the wisdom and knowledge talking about the understanding of the scriptures and understand what's going to happen in these end times. That's what's going to save us out here, not how to make a garment or keep the law. It's going to be the faith in Yahweh Shem Al Shai and the wisdom, understanding of the knowledge of the Most High, and that's going to get us through these perilous times that's coming. You know.
Hey, another thing too that these different camps. I don't know. Only camp that Israelite group that I know that teach about the mark of the beast being the RFID microchip is bugged out, bubbleized, or Ricard. They call him Elder. I think he got a new title. It was Elder Ricard, now it's something. I think Bishop Ricard, something, I forget. But anyway, he teach about the mark of the beast, but then he also teach about the stars being those are the different stars and stuff, planets being the fallen angels and mermaids exist. When the scriptures tell you clearly that in 1 Corinthians 15, tell you that, you know, all flesh consorted to his kind.
That's right.
So, hey, they bugged out, but these other groups like Nate Satan, IUIC, ISUPK,
GLCC.
GLCC, but not GL. I'm gonna exclude them because they teach that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. But HODC smell, they say HODC 12, but they teach that they don't teach that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. That your salvation depends upon whether you knowing what that is. So, excuse me. Your salvation depends upon you knowing what the mark of the beast is.
That's right.
Because if you take that mark of the beast, which Deacon was it ASAP
said he was gonna do it.
That's the rapper. Yeah, the rapper. He say that basically when the chip comes, they gonna be the first ones to take the chip.
That nigga whack.
Yeah, it says I don't know what clip.
Yeah, it's on the video.
But he said, you know,
he said, be the first one in line.
Yeah, he's something to that effect. That he gonna take the chip. He said it. You know?
Yeah.
They make jokes that the chip is a potato chip. They joke around about it, like we on this conspiracy. You know, we conspiracy nuts. That's what they call GMS. But when the so-called white man come down with the legislation, he already got it on the book. That's what I'm saying. When he come and drop the hammer on society and say, look, you ain't got no choice. You have to take it by law or a penalty, or you're gonna be penalized. The penalty gonna be all the way up to death. It's not gonna start off like that, but eventually the penalty is gonna be, you know, death. You know, take the chip or die. However they bring it in, you know. But the majority of the people, they gonna run to the chip, and they gonna think that the chip is their ticket to salvation. You know. Oh man, I was down and out. Hey, that nigga George Foreman, man, that's an Uncle Tom nigga, man. I thought about him, but he said basically that him getting into boxing and getting into Christianity, that's a wicked ass philosophy, man. The whole spirit of Christianity, that's demonic as hell, man. He said, but basically it saved them from the clutches of hell. Talking about growing up in the ghetto. He said that, you know, Christ and all that, it saved them from the clutches of hell. It delivered them. A lot of people is gonna look at that chip, you know, like it's delivering them from destruction, man. Them not being able to eat, they starving to death. They say, man, the white man came through, man. They really gonna believe in this devil.
This is great technology.
You know, and it's gonna be so. The way the white man gonna present it, let's get 2 Corinthians, I believe it's 6 and 11. he gonna present it as a gift of righteousness. You know, he gonna bring it in the form of salvation to protect you, and as in a form of light. Is that it?
What does it say?
6 and 11.
6:11. O ye Corinthians, are not open.
I think it's 11, man. Yeah, 11 and 13.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ.
Yeah, go ahead.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right. Read on, brother, but that's the point right there in 14. Okay. But read 15.
Verse 15. Therefore, it is no great thing if the ministers also be transformed as ministers.
Read it again, bro.
Okay, come. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers.
If his ministers, Satan's ministers, Satan's servants are the ones that, you know, that administers Satanism. Yeah, I said, like, go ahead, bro.
Therefore, it is no great thing that if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their work.
Right, and that's good. The point I want to get is in 14. Read 14 again.
Verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right. Really, his ministers are ultimately be the so-called white man, which 2/3 of our people